you have already identified some of the marks like exclamatory mark, then comma, and then some of the other mark like the full stop. So these all are together, it is called as punctuation marks. Let's come and understand that is how punctuation mark help us to read and write. The very first thing, punctuation marks are the traffic signal of writing. Okay, student, as you go to the road or to walk somewhere, what you see? You see traffic signal, okay, and some of the other side of road. For what purpose? It gives signal to pedestrian as well as to the vehicle or drivers to drive this car properly or the motorbikes properly, and even it instruct or give signals to the people who are walking on a road. Okay, to at what time they are the traffic red light shows us to just walk. Okay, green shows us to just go, and yellow shows to do go slow. Okay, so punctuation marks are same as a traffic signal of writing. Okay, these all marks help us to understand that where we need to take a pause, where we need to take a small pause, or where we need to just modulate our voice. Okay, so these are the difference between the traffic signal of road and traffic signal of our writing. So what is punctuation marks? Simply we can say that the punctuation marks are the traffic signal of writing. Now next, now punctuation marks are the symbols. What they are, as I told you, that this is like this is exclamatory, then we have comma, then we have full stop, then also we have the question mark. Okay, so these all marks are what? These all are the symbols. What these all? These all are the symbols. Okay, and these symbols are known as punctuation marks. So the punctuation symbols that help us to start, pause, and stop or our sentence. Okay, these symbols help us to start, pause, and stop our sentence. Without punctuation, it would be very difficult to understand any piece of writing. Like here, I'm reading each and every sentence and taking pause. How and why? Because of this punctuation marks. It helps us to know that where we need to take a small pause, where we need to stop the sentence, and where the new sentences started. Punctuation marks make a writing measure clear and reduce miscommunication. Now, punctuation marks make a written message clear and reduce the miscommunication. Now, if you are not going to use the punctuation marks, what will happen? It will not going to be a very clear cut instruction, and sometime it may be in the situation that the person who is reading the message will get confused or something else get delivered. Okay, so they are used for structure of organized writing. Okay, so your writing skill is judged by the way you are using the punctuation marks. Okay, student, that these are all things which help us, the way a punctuation mark help us, like the punctuation mark is traffic signal. These are the symbols, and then help us to understand the piece of writing, and next is reduce the misconception, and also organize writing. Okay, use for the structured and organized writing. So these are the some of the uses and meaning of punctuation marks. Okay, now let's have a look towards the different types of punctuation marks. There are the different types of punctuation marks, and today we are going to see the new one. Okay, so before starting the new one, I would like to introduce you the previous one first, and then we will proceed for the next. Now student, have a look towards it. The very first one is full stop. Okay, a place at the end of the sentence or statement. Now full stop is placed at the end of sentence or statement. Example, I like rose. Okay, I like rose. Okay, so the full stop is used at the end of declarative sentence and also imperative sentence. Now what is declarative sentence? Already in third standard you have learned that whenever we something declare, like here I like rose is declared the choice. An imperative sentence is when we request or command, like please shut the door. Okay, full stop. Okay, go and park your bike there. Okay, so this is full stop. So full stop is used or placed at the end of स्टेटमेंट, हर स्टेटमेंट के एंड में आपको फुल स्टॉप दिखेगा, जहां पे आपका स्टेटमेंट या आपका जो भी आइडिया थॉट है वो खत्म होता है वहां। कैसे सेंटेंस में? डिक्लेरेटिव और इंपरेटिव सेंटेंस में। ठीक है, नाउ नेक्स्ट कॉमा। नाउ कॉमा इज सेपरेट थ्री और अ मोर वर्ड और अ आइटम इन लिस्ट। Okay, what the comma do? Comma separate the word. Okay, when something is there, suppose your mother is telling you to just go and bring this thing from the market. So while listing the thing, what you are going to do? You are going to place the comma in between the two, like he likes apple, oranges and grapes. Okay, so here more than one fruit name is mentioned, so comma is used between the apple and orange. Separate the person begin with the address from the rest of the sentence. So this is the use of comma. Separate the three or more word or item in list. The comma is also used to just take a small pause in between the sentence. Okay, so this is about the full stop and comma, which you have already learned in standard third. So we have done the small revision of it, and then we are moving towards the next one. Now what is the next one? This is also I can say that you all are aware about it, like question mark, easy to identify. Okay, like the question mark is placed at the end of the question. Student, as you have already seen in the poem, what were name? Six honest serving men. Okay, in that we have seen the WH type question, like the why, where, when, how, who. Okay, like this. So in that it is placed at the end of question. Whenever somebody asks the question, how are you? Okay, how have you been? Okay, what is your name? What color do you like? Okay, where do you stay? Okay, so whenever you ask the question, that time at the end of the statement we are not going to place the full stop. What we are going to place? We are going to place the question mark. It shows that the question is asked to the somebody. Okay, so whenever the sentence start with the WH type question, that time at the end of the statement what we use the question mark. Okay, so whenever we ask question, which mark we use the question mark. Easy to understand and identify. Now next, exclamation mark. Now exclamation mark is placed at the end of the sentence that show the emotions. Okay, wow, wonderful, alas, oh my god. Okay, in this way, whenever you show your emotion in the sentence, that time what we use at the end of the statement exclamation mark. For example, what a wonderful day. Okay, so here somebody is just showing their own emotion. Okay, like enjoyed the day, that was a wonderful. Now next is it is placed after the interjection. An interjection is used to express the sudden burst of feeling or emotion, like wow, this room is so big. So this is called as what? See, in between. Now here you can see that the exclamation mark is placed at the end, because here the person is just showing their own feeling. Okay, now interjection means what? Interjection is a type of emotions like wow, wow, wonderful, in this way. So it is placed at that side only, after that word only. Okay, see here, I can show you, just a second. Look at here, wow. Okay, after wow, exclamation mark is there, and then this room is so big. This is the way to use the exclamation mark just after the interjection. Okay, wow, alas. Okay, oh, oh, we say na, oh my god, oh h. So after that, what the interjection? After the interjection, we use the exclamation mark. So two places are there where we use the exclamation mark. Okay, so here we have done the revision of 4 mark, that is full stop, after that comma, after that question mark, and after that exclamation. So 4 punctuation mark we have seen. Now next, and the important one, a new thing for you. Now next is capitalization. You know children, that whenever you write the statement or any of the thing, most of the time you forget to follow the rules of capitalization, and this is the basic one. We can understand with the help of this MINTS table. Okay, now what is MINTS table? This is the rule of capitalization. Now, how to use the capital letter or write it properly. Like, help to remember the correct use of capital letter. The using are always written in the capital letter following. Now, look at over here. Now, what is capital letter? You know, A, B, C, D. When I write like this is the capital letter. Whenever I write this like this, A, B, C, D, this is the small letter. Okay, so some of the rules are there that where we need to write in the capital letter. So very first thing is month, name of days. Okay, whenever while writing the statement, suppose I am writing my birthday come in month of March. Okay, so while writing this statement, I am going to write March with the letter M. Okay, we will start with the letter M. Okay, like see here. See the example, the very first one. I was born on Friday, 10th April. Okay, so here you can see that I starting letter, okay, is capital. After that was born on, and suddenly F is written capital. Why? Because it's the name of month. And 10th April. So April is written also in the capital letter. Okay, A is capital. Why? Because whenever the proper noun come in between the particular word, particular sentence, it is written in the capital letter. So name of month, days are written in capital letter. Next is the word I. Whenever the I comes, whenever the I come in between the statement, like I said, I like this, I like to eat ice cream, will not be written like this. Okay, I is always written as this way in a capital letter. Okay, so understood, student? So capital letter, next one is the word I. So M-I. N. Now what about the N? N means name of a people, state, city, country, proper nouns. So proper nouns are written in a capital letter, that is Keval lives in Jaipur, Rajasthan. So Keval is a name of person. Okay, after that Jaipur is a name of city and Rajasthan is a name of state. So this is this is all about the name of a people, state, city, country, and the proper noun. So proper noun is always written in a capital letter whenever it comes in the statement. Now next is what? Next is title of a book and movie. T. So title of a book and movie, like I will watch Titanic or read my favorite book Black Beauty. Okay, so Black Beauty is a name of book, and watch Titanic is a name of movie. Titanic is a name of movie. So you can see the highlighted word Titanic and Black Beauty. It is the word started with the capital letter. Now next So remember, the apostrophe is not used for the plural form of word. It is always used for the singular. The plural form of word shows that it is more than one of something. Okay, plural means what? More than one. Okay, so the teachers, dog, cats. Okay, here you can say teachers, that means more than one. Dogs, that means more than one. Cats, more than one. So we are not going to use apostrophe with the plural one. Okay, from like the, if it is dog, we can use, okay, it's dog's bone. Okay, in this way. Okay, if it is already in the plural form, then we cannot use apostrophe. Okay, now what about the statement which end with the letter S? Okay, so student, let me clear that the statement which is used, like the word which is used with the letter end with the letter S, like bus. Okay, bus. So bus is a word which is used with the end with the letter S. What about that? What we can do with it? So bus is a singular. Okay, so we can use the apostrophe over here. Okay, so bus, this bus. Okay, like this. In this way we can use the apostrophe. Okay, understand? So the word which is end with the letter S, we can use the apostrophe with it, but we need to keep in mind that we cannot use the apostrophe with the plural one. Okay, if it is plural, like a possessive noun plus apostrophe is used to show that who or what own the something. Okay, something belongs to whom, like the teacher's pen, dog's bone, etc. Okay, let's know and understand the rule in a better way. Okay, with the help of table. See here. Like, if the noun is singular and end with the letter S, if the noun is singular and end with the letter S, still add the apostrophe S. Okay, like the bus's wheels. Okay, bus wheels. Okay, in this way, BUS and apostrophe S and wheels. Okay, this like so many wheels are there in front of you. So this is my bus's wheels. This way. So what you can do, you can use the apostrophe with the letter ending with the letter S, but you need to keep in mind that the word should always be singular, not plural. If the noun is singular, add the apostrophe S, like the dog's tail. The dog's tail. Dog, that means it is only one dog. So apostrophe is used to show the belongingness and the ownness of something. Okay, if the something belongs to you, so we are going to use your name, apostrophe S, and then whatever thing is, like Radha's pen, Rima's book, Rima's pin, Rima's bag, in this way. Okay, let's understand with the help of video in a better way.
Sentences Ricky uses to tell about things that belong to his friends. Apostrophe. Look at the following sentences Ricky uses to things that belong to his friends.